My name is Christy Graham, and I am this year's 2019-2020 United Way Annual Campaign Chair. I was born and raised here in Bradford, did move away for a couple years, but chose to move back. My family is here, and it's a great community to live in, to raise a family. Bradford's such a giving community, and I know that we have that also in Smethport and the Port Allegany areas too, when in the time of need are able to come together to support each other. Over the last year, the United Way helped to fund 40 programs. This year's annual campaign theme is Invest in Your Community. By investing in the United Way, you become a stakeholder in your community.
I'm Jen Douglas, and I'm the Program Administrator for the McKean County Family Centers. We offer many support services and education services, which include home visits, parent-child playgroups, where we invite families to attend and bring their children. With the funds from the United Way, we are able to purchase some tools that we use in our home visits. One of the tools that we use is called a spot screener. There's many children that we serve in this area who have been connected to an optometrist because of our screening tools.
Without the Parents as Teachers program, we wouldn't have known of Dean's eyesight problems, and he wouldn't have gotten his glasses so quickly.
Once we got the glasses, it's changed. He's not sitting by the TV like he used to.
He can actually look you in the eye and actually give you his full attention now.
We encourage people to go to the Family Center to get help for their children so they can grow to be unique like Dean.
For the last 5 years, we have received United Way dollars, which have made such a difference to the activities that we are able to bring to our individuals.
Going to a Pirates baseball game for the full day, 56 people, a big bus. United Way dollars help that to happen.
We love this trip. It's very fun. It's fun. We always look forward to our trips every year with Evergreen Elm. And out to Mystic Waters, we had our annual picnic for Evergreen Elm, like a second family. It really has been.
The programs that we do, such as swim therapy, art therapy, camping, none of that is funded through the government. They don't see those as therapeutic programs. So when we ask for funding through the United Way, we are trying to expand their lives so that they get to live everyday lives just like all of us in the community. And we are so thankful to the United Way for their assistance.
I'm Susie Meyer-Page. I'm the Executive Director of CASA of McKean County.
And I'm Becky Ivancic, and I fill kind of a unique role because I'm a board member, but I'm also a former CASA.
A court-appointed special advocate is someone that goes through training. They get sworn in by the judge and then are appointed to a case.
I always looked at being a volunteer as being that conduit, that constant voice for the child as well. A lot of our children don't have anyone else.
The goal for CASA is for every child to have a CASA appointed to them. And right now we have about 25% of the children that are in CYS custody with a CASA. The United Way funding definitely can help us expand the program and be able to help more children and reach that goal of 100% appointment.
The investment that United Way gives us really does help us change that child's story.
With the support of the United Way, Special Olympics is able to offer individuals with disabilities the opportunity to train and compete in a variety of sports. It's a year-round program. Not only is it track and field, as most people are familiar with, but we also have programs in bowling, downhill skiing, swimming, basketball, softball, golf, and equestrian.
I got picked to go to Penn State last year for basketball. I did really well in basketball. I got a new roommate and I made new friends and everything.
We do need to cover expenses for equipment rental, facility rental, transportation to take athletes to places like sectionals in Erie. So those things cost money. I think when we ask people to give to United Way, that's a huge investment in our community, and it's an investment that I think you don't necessarily see the results of it by looking in the newspaper or looking at figures. I see it in the accomplishments of our athletes and the opportunities they've received to do things that they would never do before. Many times when our athletes go to a regional or state competition, it's the first time that they've been that far away from home, that they've stayed in a dorm, that they've had roommates, that they've met people from Philadelphia or they've met people from Pittsburgh and had the opportunity to be recognized. So for our athletes, that investment's easy to see. And I think it's the most rewarding part of being involved with Special Olympics.
Everyday generosity is quite simple. Those dollars are so important. Whether you contribute a large amount or a small amount, we want you to know that your investment stays in your community, continuing to provide funding for health, education, and financial stability. As your 2019-2020 annual campaign chair for the United Way, I am asking you to invest in your community.
Invest in your community to live united.
Invest in your community to live united.
Invest in your community to live united.